gentlemen. Please do allow me to say first how much it means to me to be representing the magazine Index on Censorship for a few moments. The magazine has been a good deed in the wiki world for a long time. I've known it and admired it, I think, from the beginning. And I was once indeed, for a period, a member of its board of trustees. We are grateful to it and we respect it, and we hope it has a long and happy and healthy future, which I'm sure it does. My Scottish friend has told you everything that I was going to say about this award, and I'm very grateful to him, but I think you've now got the facts. I perhaps should mention that I know some of, just a few of these 42. I met when I was in Minsk 5 years ago, and I'm close to some small group of people who represent the recipients of this today, members of the Belarus Free Theatre. I got an email out of the blue from people I didn't know, I think in 2005, and it simply asked for a message of support for their work. And it didn't seem to me to be very much to ask, so I got around to asking them what they really wanted, and I ended up meeting them, and I've known them ever since. And although they don't say much about it themselves, in their own way they represent a quality which is deeply present in the 42 who are incarcerated and who are indeed the representative, the recipients of this special commendation award. And that attribute is courage, sheer, simple courage. It's something that few of us have cause or necessity to show in ourselves. But I won't speak for all of you, I cannot. I know some of the people who are here. For myself, I feel that I've had a charmed life, and there's a balance to be made between mine and other people's. And if you feel that about your own life, then it's not that difficult to just adjust that balance for yourselves in any one of innumerable ways. So the 42 people, they're either in the KGB cells or under house arrest, and it was mentioned much earlier that there were 42 arrested. In fact, these are the remaining 42 of several hundred who were arrested on the evening when there was a peaceful demonstration against, well, it's all received knowledge, but I'm prepared to pledge myself for it, so I will continue a protest or a demonstration against an evidently unfair, rigged election, which presented the country again with a dictator. And I would like to just add that perhaps we all need jogging in some way, because it's a fact so grotesque that perhaps we're too close to it to recognize it. But here is an anomaly. A good old-fashioned, copper-bottomed, no-nonsense about it, bloody dictatorship on our doorstep in Europe, 2 hours from London, adjacent to Poland, Lithuania, and it's just sitting there being a dictatorship at a time and place where we vaguely accept the almost truth that such things in Europe have been consigned to history. And it is galling and salutary to be reminded on such an occasion as this, that although it should have been consigned to history, all the stigmata of dictatorship are very much present today. March 24th, 2011, there it is, the whole deal. Imprisonment for turning up at a peaceful protest, indiscriminate and savage beatings by policemen, incarceration without contact with lawyers, lawyers intimidated for attempting to do their task. I really could keep you for 40 minutes. I'm going to wrap this because the person whom I'd really like you to meet is not myself. It is Natalia Koliada, who is herself only one of others, but here she is. She's an indomitable spirit. I'm humbled to be in this position of privilege to present her with the Special Commendation Award of the magazine Index on Censorship. And you look remarkably well after all the things I've been saying about the life you've been living. And here's the microphone.
I don't know whether you know that, and whether Tom likes, but he's our third father, because nobody takes care of us as he does, and Irina and another friend of us in London, in Japan. These are the people who are taking care of us. But I just want to tell you about our relations with Index before I go to my story. And you know, when I'm appearing on stage, it means that the evening is destroyed. I would just start to complain. So before I start to complain, I just tell you our story about our relations. Because last week I sent my speech to Mike Harris. He said I need it. So I was flying to Washington, I prepared, I sent it. Today I got back to London from Washington and I got email from Mike saying, you know what, it should be shorter, and your speech is the longest one. So it means that our relations got to this amazing, fantastic frame of friendship. Actually, it was started from our meeting with Julia Farrington. I think she's somewhere upstairs, our amazing, absolutely friend. And then it came to Jonathan Dingley, who presented us in Yanvik before the elections. And it's coming to Monday, when John Comfort will be speaking to us at the protest, I believe so, and hope so for this, with a great support against British business taking place in Belarus. So this is our amazing relations with Index. But when Mike sent me this today, he marked that each page is 1.5 minutes. And it means that pay attention to your time. So I'm already speaking for 2 minutes, I'm sure. But because I'm the last one, and you are here, I'll be speaking. On the midnight of December 19, 2010, a 12-year-old girl was walking down the main avenue of Minsk, of city, together with her father back home. The streets were empty and there were no people. There were a lot of snow and a big Christmas tree with many lights on. And the girl said to her dad, I have a feeling that there will be no New Year family dinner this time. It was the day of presidential election when people went to a peaceful rally. There was a feeling that this New Year would be the best one for the last 16 years. But that night, the snow absorbed a lot of blood. There were boots and shoes all over the main squares. Many people had been severely injured, beaten up, humiliated, arrested, and thrown into jail. Over 700 were arrested that evening. That night I was in the square. I ran Natalia Koliada, editor-in-chief of one of the most influential websites, Stoppard.org, to tell her details on what happened. Natalia was severely injured, she said concussion. But she didn't go to hospital. She wanted to update Charter 97 website to tell the world what's happening in Belarus. Her office was raided. The team was arrested at 3 o'clock in the morning, as it happened to other independent media, as National Neva, European Radio, and others. Last year, Natalia Koliada was nominated for Index on Censorship Award. She came to London for the ceremony. Afterwards, she said she knew that there are other people who deserve the award more But she wanted more people to talk about Belarus, as it deserved the same attention that other countries that face similar problems as ours. 1 year has passed since that moment, but everything has changed since that day in London. On September 3, Mike Harris from Index on Censorship arrived to Minsk to see our performances and to meet all our friends. Instead of meetings, he attended the funeral. Our very close friend, Oleg Bibenin, founder of Chat 97. Our very close friend, Oleg Bibenin, founder of Chat 97 website, was found dead. It was just the beginning of what happened on December 19, 2010. Now Lukashenko wants to repeat what he did in 1999. He wants to remove all leaders of Belarus, but with a new message. As he said at his press conference right after the crackdown on December 20, he will not make presents to the opposition as disappearances. That should be the moment when the world stops talking to the last dictator of Europe. This is a person who kidnaps, kills people, put innocent people in jail, and use them for blackmail. Generally, such people are put on trial, but somehow the world doesn't apply this to Lukashenko. Belarus is one of the main 5 countries that traded arms. Today, when the UK and France fight for human rights in Libya, they are fighting with Gaddafi, who bought arms from Lukashenko. It's necessary to understand that the last dictatorship in Europe put in danger the whole world, not just its own people. Nevertheless, the West continued to engage this monster. Human rights and democracy took second place to geopolitical interest, business profits, and historical fears of Russia. It was 5 minutes past midnight of the 1st of January of 2011. We have crossed the border of Belarus. And it was the first time in my life when we didn't have a family dinner. It was my 12-year-old daughter who said to my husband that she has a feeling that there will be no New Year dinner this time. For many people in Belarus, there was no New Year dinner. There are 6 people who were main opponents, journalists and business, and they were killed. For today, not 42 people face 15 years in jail. It's already 56. Today, Natalia Koliada, who stayed in KGB jails for 40 days, was transferred to her hometown. Her passport was taken from her. She needs to be checked by local KGB and police. Now she faces up to 15 years in jail, yet she continues her job as a journalist for Chat 97, together with Fyodor Pavlyuchenko and Pavel Marinch, and